welcome to Movement Not Miracles. I am Anna from Eat, Move, Be Happy, and I'm on time today, so which is a miracle in itself. So Movement Not Miracles is your bite-sized version of some ideas on ways you can look after your posture, move through your joints, stretch through some of your muscles, and some. Oh, Martha's come to say hello. Just so that you can keep moving throughout the day. So rather than sitting or staying still in the same position and getting a bit stiff, and then we get aches and pains. So the idea is if we keep moving, then we can avoid those aches and pains in the first place, which is always a good plan. As ever, Martha was fast asleep a second ago, and the minute the mat comes out and we start to do some stretching, she did a beautiful, beautiful cat stretch a minute ago. I should have filmed that, shouldn't I? So it's all about twists today. And we're going to start off with some mobility twists for our back. Now you can do these standing. I'm going to do mine kneeling just because I won't fit in the shot if just the way it's all set up today. So you can do these standing or you can do these seated. It doesn't matter. To start off with, make sure that whatever your base is even, your weight is evenly balanced. So if you're sitting, sit up on the bottom bones, on your bottom bones, sitting up out of your pelvis, and make sure your weight is evenly spread through your left and right side. And the same if you're standing. I am kneeling, so I am kneeling evenly on my heels with my weight evenly distributed. And we're just going to twist through our back. So if you want to just swing your arms, you can swing your arms. I don't want to whack Martha in the head. Or you can twist using your arms in front of you. So we're just aiming for that shoulder to come as far forwards as you can. As I'm kneeling, I can't twist around quite as far as I can when I'm standing, but I just want to aim to get some movement in that upper back, because your upper back, it typically doesn't move as much as the other vertebrae through your spine. It's not designed to move as much. However, that's the part of your back that can get really stiff, and it should move. There should be some mobility in those vertebrae of your upper back, so it is designed to move. So if we do, just get some mobility in first. Okay, and then we're going to do some side bends. So we're going to do elephant ears side bends. Again, you can do these seated or standing. So if you have your hands behind your head, and we're aiming for, if I show you from the side, so we want to be sitting nice and tall without your bottom sticking out. So you want your bottom tucked under, tilt your pelvis under. Martha, you are really not helping. And keeping that back nice and straight and sitting up tall, so we're not flopping down with an arch through our back. Sitting up nice and tall, elbows back, and we're just going to, I know it's not really a twist, but you get the idea. Aim the elbow down towards the floor. Now this, if I show you from the front, you're not going to get a huge amount of movement, but that's okay because we're aiming for movement through that upper back. And keep breathing whilst you do this. Try and keep your elbows back. And then we're going to take that to a twist. So the same as we did before, but this time try and keep your elbows back and high. So don't let this happen, and think of taking one elbow back and bringing the other one forward. So you can get almost as if you're wringing a towel out. And breathe out as you twist round. I'm definitely getting a bit more movement in that upper back now. Okay, and then I'm going to do a kneeling elbow twist. So again, you can still do this if you are seated. So elbows behind, one elbow behind your head, and you're aiming for, if you're sitting in a chair, bring that elbow down towards your other elbow and then twist as far away as you can go. So you're twisting in and then stretching back out. If we're doing this one kneeling, same sort of action. Tuck your toes underneath. That in itself just gives the soles of your feet a nice stretch. Hand behind your head, elbow to elbow, and then stretch up, twist round as far as you can go. Pushing the floor away with your hand. And keep breathing again whilst you're doing this. I'm going to do 2 more on this side. Try and really rotate through that upper back and bring your chest right round. Right, we're going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to swizzle round so that you can see. Tucking your toes under, get that stretch through that lower, through your soles of your feet. Oh gosh, that feels so good. My upper back is really stiff at the moment. Really twist round. Don't forget to keep breathing. One more. Push the floor away. Okay, nicely done. So now we're going to do a seated twist, but we're actually going to hold the move. So we're going to twist around as much as we can go, as far as we can go, and hold at that furthest position. So I'm going to sit on my blocks. You can do this in a chair. I'm going to sit on my blocks and just cross my legs. So again, sitting nice and tall, so we're not slumped down. It's really, really easy to let almost let your muscles off the hook, so that here, everything's like soft and squishy and nothing's really working. But it's just so bad for your posture. Everything gets squashed and shoulders are rounded, and this is how we end up creating stiffness in our joints and stiffness in our muscles, because our body is not designed to sit like this. So if we sit nice and tall, try and sit away from the back of the chair if you're sitting on a chair, so that you're using the muscles in your tummy and your back to support your frame. And your shoulders should be back and down, and that way, that actually just feels so much better. My back is not aching when I'm sitting like this, but when I sit down like this, it starts to ache in the middle. So, sitting nice and tall. Now, because I'm sitting on a few blocks, I'm going to have a brick behind me to push into the floor. You can get hold of, if you do this in a chair, get hold of the side of your leg and the back of the chair, either the back of the chair here, or if that's too high, the back of the chair lower down. It just helps to have something to pull and twist against. So I'm going to sitting nice and tall so that you get some movement. You're not going to get a lot of movement if you slouch down. Pull on the hand on your thigh and push while I'm pushing the floor away, or pull round on the back of the chair. And sitting nice and tall. Each time you breathe out, see if you can twist a slight bit more. So our back should be fairly warmed up now, because we've done some mobility stuff to start with. So now we're encouraging it to move a little bit more and working through the muscles to help that happen. And then we'll do the other side. So again, make sure your start position is right, sitting up nice and tall, one hand across that thigh, reaching back behind you to get hold of the back of the chair, or if you're doing this sitting on the floor, pushing the floor away. breathing. Try and twist those shoulders round a little bit more, a millimetre more. And once more, each side. Now the second time, you're probably going to find you can go a little bit further. And part of that is because your body will have warmed up a little bit. And part of it is because your head says, I can go a little bit further. And that's okay. Keep breathing. And once more, on the second side, starting off sitting tall. And then round we go. Just doing some mobility work and some twisting work for your back is a really good way of looking after your vertebrae and the movement of your vertebrae. Because as I say, they should move, they should not stiffen up. Right, we're going to do one last one, which if you're in a chair, you're not going to be able to do. It's a floor work one, so you can repeat the seated twist. But if you're able to move onto the floor, we're going to do a plank twist, which is quite a big move. So we're just finishing off with a bigger move and a bit of a mobility move. So to start off with, if you get into that nice plank position, so your belly is up and your bum is tucked under. We're not sagging down like this. So belly up, bum tucked under, and you need to reach forward, underneath, and then twist. Twisting your chest round and reaching up nice and high with that arm, reaching forward and stretching up. So if your balance is a little iffy, don't worry about the reaching underneath, just stretching up. And the same on the other side. Reach forward if you can, and a nice big twist all the way through. One more. Here we go. So, hopefully your back actually feels a lot better for me, because it has been a bit stiff the last couple of days. So I have been doing a bit of work with it, so that's been quite useful. Keeping moving regularly throughout the day is a really good idea. So every time you get up and make a cup of tea, do some shoulder rolls, do some side bend, do some twists, keeping your hips moving. So not sitting still for long periods of time is a really, really good idea. It's so easy, particularly if you find yourself sitting still for long periods, to stiffen up. Check out the website for other ideas around looking after your health and well-being. So www.eatmovebehappy.com. We have online coaching programs to help you with your eating and your exercise habits, and to help you look after your mental health and your mental well-being. They're different programs for different things, so have a look to see what you think. And for those of you that are thinking, can't eat healthily on the run up to Christmas, you absolutely can. And it's not about not eating some of the good stuff, it's about a balance. But understanding your relationship with food and helping you work out which choices do you want to make. That's what the coaching is all about. So go and check out the website. Drop us a line in the peer support group if you've got any questions, and we are happy to help. And please do share the videos, just keeping people moving. If it's making a difference, then I'm a happy bunny. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow.